taking a look at their averages for the league, EEK with a 59.42, so averaging a sub-hour, something LightRon cannot say, but he did get a sub-hour last week. And we are underway. Who is going to the finals? We're about to find out.
And yes, good luck to both players. As you had mentioned, second match of the semifinals. This season's been fantastic. I really have been loving that we managed to get another season going for Super Mario Odyssey any percent, and it is so deserved because this is a fantastic category and a fantastic speed game.
Certainly right, and we've had a number of close races, especially races that you wouldn't think would be close. A lot of people, holding serve with some of the very, very top players. And it just goes to show that the parity in Super Mario Odyssey is not as great as we would think. Certainly the case with LightRon beating Stravos, who had only lost one match in the entire regular season, and that was Tyrone.
Yeah, I think it just comes to show how little practice these players have had in such a high pressure scenario like that. I have talked about it so many times in commentary, but there is a type of pressure that exists when you're in a tournament such as this. We as speedrunners are mentally prepared for anxiety-inducing things, but then you are in a semifinals or a quarterfinals match for actual money on the line, and it freezes you up, and that's what ended up happening. I think it's just somehow Stravos got in their own head, and it allowed LightRon to make it through.
Well, EEK holding serve so far in the lead, heading onto the wire, but only by about a second.
And yeah, you were right before. This could be another repeat. EEK is very consistent, but so is Stravos, So, right. Both very consistent players, and so it could be another case of someone, overthinking it. Because, this is totally... We're at the point where both players are very good at this game, and it could go either way, just depending on how these players are, where their mindset is at right now. Because that's really the largest factor, is just making sure that you are ready to do this. And so, yeah, you can see it here with these averages. We've got EEK, who has an average that is 10 seconds, only 10 seconds slower than LightRon's best run of the season. So that definitely shows how consistent EEK has become at this point.
I do want to briefly mention, though, LightRon with a 59.38 last week against Stravos. So he has been playing pretty close to that best run recently.
That is a very good point. Yeah, these times that you're seeing do not factor in the bracket portion of the season, so that definitely might be part of why it looks so far away.
LightRon missing the pad there, having a lot of issue here on Dino Skip. There we go, finally. Every little second very well could count. They're on their Madam Brutal fight here. And another thing, if you don't mind me kind of tangenting for a second. Nice sync there, even though they're on a different
EEK on the third hit, LightRon, that was their second.
But what I've really enjoyed seeing the most is how these players have been improving over the course of the season. It's a long season, and these players are getting better and better at the game as they try to, grind towards winning this league, grind towards better times. I think I remember seeing that Buster Doggy just beat 58 for the first time, yesterday.
Yeah. Buster Doggy got 57 last night.
So these players are definitely improving even well into the bracket phase, and that's what I've been enjoying seeing the most, is the improvement out of these players. We've seen some some matches that would definitely be quantified as upsets, in the earlier portions of this tournament, because certain players have improved faster than others, it seems almost given that they would win the match.
Yeah,
I will. Nice chest
it makes a little sense. I will say that one thing that I would talk about for this tournament, like something improvements for next time, would just be. It seems like a weird one, but it might have been just like a little bit too long for the players. It was great. I loved every moment of it, but I feel like the players we're starting to get burnt out by the end. I could see it here with how they're playing.
So maybe like break it into 2 groups of 6, for instance.
Maybe.
Would be a suggestion. Yeah. Because like we did see 2 withdrawals, unfortunately.
Burnout is very real in speedrunning, and it's something that
burnout's very real.
I feel like it's one of the hardest things to avoid when holding a tournament as well. So. But moving out of Cascade, we're going to be into Sand Kingdom shortly. We're going to see reverse towns from other these players. What's going on here?
I would imagine everybody at this juncture is doing reverse town. I think the more interesting thing is whether these players are going to go for the new sand rack discovered just a couple of weeks ago. It seems as though EEK has been doing that route and LightRon has not been doing that route. Given that he's behind here, I'm actually kind of worried about his DSTA. But more precisely, we'll have to see, because now he's doing normal town. I'm more interested to see if LightRon is going to be doing the new sand route. If he's learned that in the last week. Because it is the playoff time.
Yeah, even with doing normal town, you're still able to pull off the platform clip part. It's like this first. I guess it's like 2 halves almost, like where you could choose to do normal town or reverse town, and then you could choose to do platform clip or the old way.
Sorry to interrupt you, but LightRon did get DST. I was a little bit worried about that. Interesting backup there by EEK. Not able to grab the moon on Hayano Bird using the cube that you use to unlock post-game moons to vault up there. Very heads-up move. Obviously, LightRon not needing to do Hayano Bird. Reverse town, for everybody not familiar with that route, is just regular town in a different order. You still get the same moons.
Yeah.
It just involves the Hayano Bird trick, where you have to vault up to the bird in open area rather than the bird just coming to you in the town.
Yeah, and it's called reverse town because it's all those moons that you typically do in town, but basically, I think most of them are reversed. It might be all of them, but I'm not sure. The order in which you get them is basically reversed. But yeah, EEK here with the platform clip route. Let's see if LightRon goes for it. Is going to just do a standard ground pound as opposed to a spin throw like EEK did. But yeah, LightRon not going for platform clip either. So staying to a tried and true sand route, one that's been around since Sub 5 just started to be a thing for sand.
Yeah, it seems like LightRon's sticking with his guns here. We see a lot of players, even in situations where they're the underdogs, not really pull out bigger, riskier strats. Mainly because it's the route that they're comfortable with, and then if they veered too far from the path, you're starting to lose expected value.
Yeah, and the very difficult parts of it, like EEK having to do crazy things with the camera. Like you're not just thinking about your movement here, you're thinking about the camera. So it ends up being like almost like a multitasking sort of thing that you have to deal with, where LightRon just has to manipulate the bullet bill, which is just, as far as I'm aware, is just manipulated based on where Mario is and not based on where your camera is. So you don't have to think about both of those things. EEK, on the other hand, had to think about where Mario was for the bullet bill manipulation, and then also where the platform was with the camera manipulation. So there is 2 things going on there, and that's why it can be so difficult.
Well, EEK is able to get that platform clip. He's going to be out of here. Is that a sub 10 or no?
I'm not very good at the sub splits. It's going to be cutting it close. as far as I'm aware. I don't know it down to the second, but I do know that it's going to be very close.
Fair enough. EEK's PB exits sand at a 10:01. Yeah, the ship has to go away.
Not quite. Yeah, it's going to be...
I forgot about the ship.
Yeah, going to be like a low 10:0x, or high 10:0x, rather.
10:06, the official time just coming in. Still playing within 6 seconds of his PB, heading out of sand. That's pretty solid. I would be a little bit worried if he were super far behind his PB. In fact, LightRon is only going to be 9 seconds behind his PB with a 10:27. So, more precisely, EEK with a 10:06.88. So it is 20 seconds of difference. And that's mainly just on routes and a little bit of an issue LightRon had with the trampoline and cascade.
Right, I wouldn't even really put that into much of a factor because it was, it was only 10 seconds apart at that point, and lost another 10 seconds just in sand. So yeah, that was route differences.
Well, we'll see how we are with Lake Clip. LightRon wildly more consistent, 10 out of 20 compared to 10 out of 40 from EEK, but playoff EEK is showing he's got it first try.
And LightRon actually having some trouble on just making it up here, was not able to use the Cappy Vault, had to resort to a triple jump instead. I don't know if that bodes well or not for them having to do this lake clip now.
We're gonna find out. First throw didn't take, but gets it right away after. So 2 very good lake clips.
Yes, able to make it work. EEK now just swimming through to the second half of Lake Kingdom. And there is more camera nip stuff going on here as well. You make sure Dory is far enough away so that you can just make it a straight line from Dory to the next moon. It's always about making just the easiest lines, and swimming straight down is a lot faster than having to swim like diagonally down.
Definitely one of the things that gets underappreciated in this game and in speedrunning in general. Stuff like camera manipulation, just the little things that casual and even intermediate viewers wouldn't pick up on. Just these little nuances that save, half a second here and there, but it adds up.
Yeah, like, it's not lag frames that we're trying to avoid here like you would in Mario 64, but it can be kind of similar in that you're not looking at certain things because certain things just don't move when you're not looking at them. And so that's kind of basically what we're working on. Doesn't happen in a lot of places, actually, but it does happen 2 kingdoms in a row here, which is why we can talk about it and, have such things, it's become so important. But maybe camera manip will have a lot more factors later on as we keep looking into it.
We certainly find new and interesting discoveries in this game every day. I mean, we still find stuff in Mario 64, and that's a, 26-year-old game?
Ridiculous.
Into the Wooded Kingdom.
Yeah, it's a very fun kingdom. I enjoy Wooded, but it's a very annoying kingdom to the runners. But I think it's a cool route, so that's why I enjoy it.
See, I enjoy it because of that danger factor. This is a kingdom where a lot can go wrong.
That is true.
And certainly one little mistake could lose you, anywhere between 10 seconds to a minute and completely throw off your route, and then we start to wonder about the mental game. We have absolutely seen races won and lost in this kingdom.
Right, and now thinking about it, there actually is another camera nip happening in this kingdom, so while I was thinking of it, the uproot there spawns based on if we're looking at it or not. And so there is more camera nip going on there. I had forgotten that it keeps going. So I'll see if I can remember if any others happen. But yeah, there definitely is one in this kingdom of making this uproot spawn at the right time for when we get to it.
EEK with his nut clip. LightRon a little trouble with the uproot, and now EEK having a little bit of trouble with this out of bounds movement. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, the Strabos climb can definitely be difficult.
What's up, Tyrone? Congrats on the win earlier today. Scouting out his competition for the finals as, oh my goodness, Eek falls. Not the worst thing.
Yeah, I think that was them going for rolling on the rails there, and so messing that up.
He's gonna take the safe route. Again, could have been much worse. Honestly, at first, I thought he fell off of that wall that LightRon was just climbing. Did LightRon miss something?
I think he was risking a soft lock, so he just went the other way instead. He might be a moon off, though. I'm not familiar
with
like
how many moons
he needs. Okay.
I'm checking the replay right now. He clipped through the wall on his out of bounds movement.
Okay. So he clipped. Yeah, during Stravo's climb, he clipped back inbounds. Okay, so he didn't get tank moon.
So he will need to collect the Piranha Plant Story Moon.
Or go for the Fire Bro. It's one of the two, and it looks like LightRon is going to go for the Piranha Plant. It's been up for debate as to which one is the better backup moon.
Eek with his FRS. Obviously, LightRon will still be going for FRS. Eek with a little bit of trouble trying to climb that tower.
Yeah, just missing the triple jump, so resets sets back up for it. But Eek definitely has the breathing room right now, given that LightRon had to go for this extra moon. And yeah, the reason why this kind of ups for debate is because all this cutscene that happens because it's a story moon. So it's not sure, like, if going for this one or if there's a Fire Bro moon that exists, which is a little bit just in a different section in this kind of same area though. But it's also quick and doesn't have any cutscenes connected to it, so it's kind of hard to say which one is faster. LightRon should be fine. Oh my god. Okay.
I wonder if you could pick up a moon earlier in the route. I don't know where it would be, but figure out an additional moon somewhere. And obviously this would be not great for, top level players who would go for it anyway, but like, say use this moon that Eek just collected as a backup, and I'm just talking on my butt here, I have no idea if this would be possible or not. And so that way, if you have some issue with the out of bounds movement, then you don't have to worry about getting the Piranha Plant, because that would be a pretty huge time loss thing through this.
Yeah, that
would also save you from crossing over here, which would lose some time.
And that's why you go for the Fire Bro moon, which would be, you would do it after this moon here that LightRon's at. You would essentially keep rolling past the lake, and there is a moon over there. Or actually, it's up a level. So it's like right next to the red stuff. There's like a little cave that you go and just kill a Fire Brother.
And I believe that
the challenge is the challenge is that like you have to like put it on a scarecrow so that you don't have Cappy, and you have to kill a Fire Brother without Cappy, which is not really a challenge.
Yeah,
so just jump on it.
Everyone who played a Mario game before 2017 should be capable of beating a Fire Bro without a cap. I think we might be out here. Okay, we're... Okay, we were the whole time. That's good news. So LightRon heading out, whereas Eek is heading into the Cloud Kingdom. A kingdom that LightRon has the advantage on, but only by about a quarter of a second.
Yeah, not much of a cloud boost there from Eek. I mean, he got a little bit of one, but I've seen bigger. Maybe LightRon could help get some time on that. It's hard to say. Cloud boost.
LightRon does not go for cloud boost.
Okay. Well, Eek also did not go for hint art.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. He's gotten hint art every single time.
Well, he just... It looked like he just didn't get the roll out of the spin pound, so he just wasn't, like, ready for the timing of it. It's very tight movement to get the hint art in between phases, like LightRon is going to go for here. Like, you have to, like, roll to it immediately. And the whole reason why it saves time is because you can do it while Bowser sets up for the next phase. But
right, and then you don't have to get it in the Metro Kingdom, which
it's
Eek
so
will
tight.
have to do.
Yeah, but it's very tight, and so Eek messed up. Just it might have dropped an input or something, and just so was not able to go for it at all. So yeah, that's gonna cost him a second or two in Metro.
I do want to emphasize that is the first time in this entire league that Eek has not successfully gotten the hint art.
That's very important to point out, and that might actually throw off Eek as well. Like that's something to consider. If Eek is able to stay in the mentality of speedrunning or not, and this is one of those kingdoms where you can't afford to leave the mentality. It is very easy to lose a lot of time in this kingdom. So this is not a kingdom where you want to be messing up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is a kingdom where we have I mean, this kingdom even more than Wooded after we just mentioned it. They call it Lost Kingdom because this is where runs are lost.
Yeah.
This is definitely the kingdom where runs go to die.
Yes, it is true. It's not necessarily like a kingdom that's extremely difficult, but it's the problem with this kingdom is that if any mistake that you make is very likely to make you lose upwards of like 10 seconds. So it's just not a good place to make mistakes.
Right, as we see cage triple there from Eek, this kingdom is extremely punishing with the slimmest of errors.
Yeah.
But these players generally have it on lock. Eek is going to be successful here going deathless. LightRon not going for reverse torpedo there. I do have to say we're seeing less and less deaths, even on bridge skip. Like, we used to, I think you and I commentated the Plan B League, and it felt like almost everybody was dying on bridge skip, and now almost nobody does.
And it's just about figuring out where you need to be consistent. And as I said, because this kingdom is so punishing, maybe people were like, realized it in the league and were like, I need to practice this kingdom so that it is consistent. There are certain kingdoms where like, if you're not as consistent on, you're not going to lose as much time. I would say like Day Metro is a good example of that, where you will lose some time, but you won't lose the entire race if you're messing up there. Whereas in Lost Kingdom, if you mess up, you could lose the race if you have any errors in this kingdom. So they realized it and adapted accordingly.
Yeah, I think you and I were on the call for Doge's 5-minute Lost back in the open.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. It's still in my YouTube favorites. If for some reason 2 semifinal matches are not enough for you, go watch that after this race. Oh, LightRon, great save.
Oh, great save, yeah.
Oh, there between girders, there's kind of a gap there.
Mm-hmm. Eek getting Goomba Fudge.
Ooh, new name for it.
Oh yeah, that's my preferred name for it.
Okay.
Just another way of censoring the word, and that's my favorite way to censor it.
Yeah. Eek going to be onto his Mecha Wiggler here. We're going to find out how good these players are with patterns as LightRon gets the aforementioned Goomba trick.
Maybe we can get some more Joels in chat for this one as well. I don't know if you're familiar with this AC, but yeah. The J pattern has been named Joel by Terran, and J pattern is like the best pattern. So get some Joels in the chat to like give the energy of getting Joel.
Is that named after somebody named Joel, or was it just the name starting with J that was?
There's a GIF in 7TV named Joel, which is just a giant spinning fish. It's not on this channel though, so the reference isn't landed here.
We got to get Terran on that. Let's take a look here at what kind of pattern we got. Kind of bunched up there in the top, but Eek's handling it like a champ. Takes the hit, one singleton in the middle, and he's out of there.
He did handle it like a champ, but the thing was, unfortunately, that with doing a circle like that, the hitboxes get really screwed up, and so it just I think like a couple of those shots got eaten on each side, so that was not fun. And yeah, neither
not
player
like a
getting
great
Joel.
pattern either for LightRon.
Neither player getting Joel, so yeah.
Although LightRon able to get perfect shots.
Yeah, did very well there, able to finish up Mecha Wiggler before it stops moving, which is pretty much the ideal way you want to deal with the Mecha Wiggler. And very good, Matsy, for identifying both of them.
I can absolutely promise you, I could commentate Super Mario Odyssey as long as I live. I will never learn pattern names.
Oh, I won't be able to.
I'm not even going to try.
I can do it. I have to be looking at the sheet while doing it, which is what I assume Mats was doing. Like, because all you have to do in order to figure it out, like, the sheet is actually very good at helping you figure it out. So all you need to do is...
By the way, sorry.
Yeah, good drive-by. But yeah, so all you need to do to read the sheet is literally like, okay, where did the Mecha Wiggler spawn out of? Because it's based on the portal. And then did he go up? Did the Mecha Wiggler go up or down? And that's it. That's literally all it is. I think there are 11 locations where the portal can go, and then from each side, the Mecha Wiggler either starts going up or it starts going down. And so that's all you need to know. So identifying, yeah, there are 22 possible, and so all you need to do to figure out which pattern you got is just where did the portal spawn and did it go up or down. It's really simple. So yeah, if you got the sheet in front of you, it's no problem to figure out which one you got.
Fair enough.
The problem is
I should probably actually look at the pattern sheet at some point.
Yeah, the problem is actually like memorizing like all 11 spots.
Right. Eke into his bullet building. LightRon did get a drive-by also while we were chatting. So 2 for 2 drive-bys. Love to see that in a playoff match. You really don't want to see players, wasting time over on a scooter clip. Certainly not this level of play. Eke's gonna have to go bullet bill list.
Yeah.
Here's the
this
dive
actually
vault.
is, yeah, this, by the way, is actually the fastest way to deal with bullet building. It's just harder. Because you have to, there's a chance of you having your head hit the hitting the pole mid vault and completely messing up the jump because of it.
I literally just noticed while looking on LightRon Street that there's a street called Cranky Street.
Yeah, this whole place it's why it's New Donk City. It's
yeah.
All the streets
I know
are named after Donkey Kong characters.
I have never actually looked at the streets. Shout out Fred Armisen, by the way.
I mean, one thing that I enjoy about Nintendo is their attention to detail like that. So yeah,
this is true.
So yeah, it's very much. If you were to stop and look around in Dudonk City, you'll definitely see a lot of details like that.
Quickly, we gotta have Eek with a hint art here, and he gets it. Great heads-up move. Remember, he has not had to go for that hint art at all this season, but still remembers to go for it. But I do want to get back to that because in Mario Kart, Coconut Mall was part of the first DLC, and fans noticed from all of the different signs. All of the signs in Mario Kart 8 are just stuff for different courses or certain characters. And there are 2 courses that aren't in the game yet that have signs in Coconut Mall. So if you want to figure out 2 of the tracks that are coming up in the Booster Pass, just go around and look at the signs in Coconut Mall. Try to figure it out for yourself, or look it up online like a pleb, like I did.
So, cool. So we know 2 of the 8 tracks in the next pack. Nice.
No, 2 of the 40 that are coming at some point.
Oh, it's just, they don't know which...
We don't know if it's Wave 2.
That's true.
We just know that it's...
in one of the waves. Yes.
There was a data mine that revealed the games that each track is coming from, but they weren't certain if it was garbage data or not. I have some reasons to give it credence. but it's by no means confirmed, and we'll have a better idea once the second pack comes out, which I'm suspecting they're going to announce the tracks at the next Nintendo Direct. There's not an E3 this year, but there should be a Direct in a week or two, based on when E3 usually is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, maybe we'll get a Odyssey Booster Pass. Fingers crossed they haven't given up on this game.
No.
I know. I know better.
This game is dead.
Yeah.
In Nintendo's eyes, this game is dead.
Them...
The community is very much not dead. Yeah. We are alive and well and doing great.
Somebody show them the 261 people that would totally be down to buy DLC for this game. Yeah.
I mean,
what's funny is they put like
I mean, at the scale that Nintendo is at, that's like, oh wow, thanks. Like that's like a fraction of a percent of their fan base. Like they don't care about that many people.
I mean, they put Pauline in Mario Kart Tour. I'm fingers crossed for Pauline and the Broodals in the next Mario Kart, because they put the Koopalings in, so why not put the Broodals in? Mm-hmm. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, unlockable characters is definitely something like that I'm surprised they haven't like added. Like they should add more characters to Mario Kart 8. They definitely have more that they could do.
I mean, they already have like 50 plus when you count like alternate costumes and stuff.
I mean, yes, but exactly why they would totally do more. Like, like it makes sense for them to do. It's just Mario Kart is like the game where like they put everything in it at this point. It's like it's almost becoming like Smash Brothers at that point, where it's like they're just nodding to every series
72 characters
Nintendo has.
Great spiny minute there by EEEK, and LightRon also getting the snow clip. We do still have a race to commentate for the 13 of you that just left over our Mario Kart talk.
Hey, we're still Nintendo themed. We're close.
Yeah. There have definitely been bigger tangents.
We had bigger tangents just a little while ago. So yeah.
LightRon,
unfortunately, no. Yeah, same thing. No spiny minute from LightRon there, unfortunately.
I was a little bit worried that he was going to come up. I was worried that he was going to come up short there. I was worried about that dive, but he did just make it.
Because he was trying for it. Like you could see that his, you could see that the Taifu was like. The way he was doing it, that he was trying for a spiny minute, but it didn't work out. So it might have been like he wasn't ready to have to immediately, or he wasn't ready to have to wait out the cutscene while inside the Taifu.
LightRon, a little bit of issue with that last Goomba, saving it from disaster, though.
Yeah, that thing could have gotten crushed by the icicle, and that would not have been fun.
Well, that would... Well, I guess the stack could have gotten crushed. But the icicle doesn't come down unless you hit the button. No, wait, the icicle does come down. What am I saying?
Yeah, no, you go underneath, and then the icicle comes down. And he had triggered it, and that's what happened.
Yep.
So it was very close to hitting that Goomba. So, which would not have been fun.
Snowdram coming up. Sarah enjoying the show, that's always good.
We try to make it entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Very good setup from EEEK. Not actually doing a setup, but I just mean like, good start to it. Good ball. Good ball.
Both these players 12 out of 14 coming in. I'm even being a good boy and not talking about sports ball, because I know how that makes Saren mad. I'm holding my tongue.
I mean... close. We nearly did get there because we started to talk about kart race, the Mario Kart, and then
we talked about Mario Golf, but that's video games, not sports.
Yeah.
LightRon, the basic Snowdram.
Yeah, good Snowdram.
Actually, I've been thinking about an idea for a time trial league. I'm going to run it by you and Saren after this race.
Oh,
as
Mario
we
Kart.
Go from Sorry.
For which one?
Deluxe. 8 Deluxe.
Okay.
I know there was a Double Dash one on GSA a long time ago. Like a long time ago. Like 24/7 speedrun variety long time ago.
Yeah, and I will say that also Speed Gaming has done there definitely is like a community for it, because like there was a tournament held on Speed Gaming for Mario Kart 1 recently,
Yep,
doing
I think I
time
remember seeing
trials.
that.
So yeah, it's definitely a thing. Like time trials for Mario Kart is like the best way of doing it speedrun wise, and it's really good.
There are definitely oh, LightRon, what is going on there, buddy?
Mess up on the first moon in Seaside.
Oh, jeez, this is a Mario meltdown, folks.
Yeah.
Hopefully this does not compound. LightRon already behind, and at this point, are we starting to get into the territory where EEK's gonna have to make a mistake?
I think so. I think that does definitely make it the case. EEK might clip back in bounds from that. Okay, he's able to stay out.
Yeah, players are getting better at this trick, too. I mean, it just started, like, right at the beginning of the league, and now players are trying to get it pretty consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. They're starting to compound, folks. LightRon missing Gusher Moon.
I prefer to use the word cascade, because there is a kingdom for it.
What?
Saying that the mistakes are cascading onto each other.
Oh! Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, there's another cascading error. Okay. I thought you were talking about Gusher Moon, and I'm like, excuse me? There's no Gushers in Cascade Kingdom.
There's Gushins. There's not Gushers, but there's Gushins.
In Cascade?
Oh.
No, I thought you were referring to Gushin Moon as...
No.
Well, I've been calling it Gusher Moon, but...
Okay, yeah, now I get where you...
Yeah,
now I see your train of thought. We're spending way too much time on this now.
Yeah, agreed. There's only a semifinal playoff race that we're supposed to be commentating instead.
Yeah, not important, though. But yeah, it's interesting to see what could be cooked up next. I do know that there are plans, like, you know, this tournament's almost over. What's up next? That's what I wonder.
I have ideas. If you are willing to hear me out, I have ideas.
I think we all got ideas. Oh no!
What?
LightRon just killed the Cheep Cheep.
I have never seen that.
Neither have I. That is a huge problem.
Yeah.
Cheep Cheep's make it extremely easier to swim in the water and has to go all the way down here. Yeah, LightRon laughing at themselves for this. Luckily, knows the correct answer.
Yeah, at least he knows the right answer.
Yeah. But oh wait, no, he's missing a moon now. No, don't do this. You forgot the other moon. LightRon. No.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he thinks he's good. But there's another moon that he has to get.
But like, he has no other place to go. Oh no, he doesn't realize it.
He still doesn't know. He still doesn't know. He's at 9 out of 10. Oh, LightRon. He's gonna hear it too. And there's the face of realization, knowing that he just left. He tried to leave the kingdom with 9 moons.
Even is the backup moon here?
There isn't one. The backup moon would have been to just get it while inbound still. And so now LightRon having to use their knowledge of other categories to find a moon. And yeah, is just gonna go find this moon here. But this is gonna trigger a cutscene. This is a lot of time.
Yeah, this is
a story moon that LightRon just got. So that's gonna trigger a cutscene as well. So that is a lot of time lost that LightRon is gonna get here at the end of Seaside.
That is definitely the biggest meltdown I've seen in Seaside. And now I am deeply worried about LightRon. At this point, is going to take an epic collapse for EEK to have a date with Tyrone next week.
Yeah, that is... We're upwards of like 30 seconds, maybe even like 50 seconds just from this kingdom.
And it was already a 30-second match coming into this kingdom.
Yeah.
Although, credit to LightRon, the difference between these two players over the last, like, 5-6 kingdoms is only about a second. And it is, in fact, 2 minutes, 10 seconds. LightRon lost 1 minute and 40 seconds in that kingdom.
like I said, it was just the amount of cutscenes that they had to end up watching because of it. It just was such a problem. The first moon there, having to redo that so often, and then killing the Cheep Cheep, making you swim slower in the water, and then having to watch cutscenes of having that Sphinx come out, and then having the Moon Collection cutscene of the Odyssey happening twice, and then having a cutscene of getting a story moon. So there was just so much that went wrong of just like things that cost a lot of time as well. So it wasn't just like because like there were minor mistakes. It was mistakes that cost him a lot of time individually that all came together to lose as much time as it did. But here we are into Luncheon, and this is another kingdom that can be very punishing, so it's definitely going to take a lot of mistakes from EEK for LightRon to catch up, but I wouldn't be surprised if he makes at least one.
Matsy, are the averages updating in real time? Surely not, right? Because I would imagine after that Seaside came in with an average of 318 is going to be much worse than 318 coming out.
Yeah, I believe.
I didn't.
Yeah, all those averages I believe are just from the regular season and not factoring in the brackets.
Nice. Dude, after real time. Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so no, maybe the brackets are in there. Okay, quarterfinals is included. Yeah.
I didn't realize Matsy retimed.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing official. Yeah, from the races that is going on, nothing is officially put into the actual statistics of other parts of the sheet until after the match, because we retimed to the
tricks
frame.
Are updated. The tricks are updated live, but not the times.
Right, because those don't have to be figured out to the frame. It's either you get it or you don't.
Yeah, LightRon not playing with splits right now, so we only have second.
And even if you have the auto splitter working and you're doing it, there's still chances of it being off by a few frames because the start time isn't done to the frame with our auto splitter, and neither is the end time. Both of those are queued by humans.
Honestly, everybody give it up for Matsy, having to retime every single race. Great dedication to this league and to the Cool Cat gang.
It's very true.
Everybody
we got the Sand Kingdom video! Yo!
Yeah! Everybody get your Drakes out for Matsy.
Yeah, Drake's out for Matsy, and I don't know, maybe some sour pleases or some sort of pleases to go along with the dancing maraca people in Sand Kingdom happening. As LightRon takes a death from the turnip movement.
First death of the match goes to LightRon, and everything has been going wrong after that meltdown in the Seaside Kingdom. Not that things were going his way to begin with, but now having to completely... Well, you didn't need to get that, but I suppose it's a health refill. But after dying here on this jump a moment ago, I'm going to have to go all the way back, do it again. Get rid of that turnip. We don't want that.
Yeah. You're gonna need to be pulling out a 101 or better at this point in order to win. So LightRon is very much having a problem, considering that EEK's best possible time right now is still in the mid-58s, where LightRon is now at the high 1 hours and will probably be at the 101s after this kingdom as well.
Troy, do you want to do the Urban Arts read while I'm refilling my water? I'm sorry that I didn't do a segue, everybody.
That's fine. This is your segue. Speaking of water, I don't know, clever segue here. UA.
Water you waiting for, donate to the Urban Arts today. I am going to walk away as far from my microphone as possible.
For good reason, making a terrible pun. But yes, it's a very good cause to be donating towards. It helps underprivileged students in underprivileged communities get into college and help into game development. Unfortunately, as I'm talking about this, LightRon going to be taking another death on the Invisiblock jump this time. We'll be respawning just outside of the shop. We'll be trying that again. But going back into urban arts, a great cause, helping kids get into STEAM fields in college, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics fields. So yes, all stuff that is very useful in designing games, and also just very good fields in general to help out students. Like those fields are very much important in today's world. So definitely a good cause and helping out kids who need that help and need any help that they can get.
LightRon just killed the Potable.
Yeah, LightRon's been having a lot of trouble since you left. He actually died on Invisiblock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
LightRon finding new and interesting ways to lose time here, which is deeply unfortunate. LightRon, so much of a better player than this. He has had a incredible campaign. You can see his great movement there with the backup on the moving lava. And he's just had such a great season. It is heartbreaking to see it end like this.
It is very true. We're ending up at, LightRon has been very well done, getting good averages, having an average that is...
I think it's a fall here, too. Oh, nice
fine.
save.
He's just barely fine. But yeah, getting, having an average of a low 1 hour, and then this is looking like this might be, borderline his worst or second worst time of the league. So it's definitely heartbreaking to see. But, getting back to what I was saying, because I still wasn't done, I did finish up talking about UA, but, there's the other part that we should talk about, being this channel, follow this channel, help this channel out, very close to partner, so definitely help this channel out all you can, follow it, tune in when you can as well, to keep the viewer average up as well. And then, follow the racers, follow the commentators. We're all good people. We're all entertaining people, or at least we try to be. And you can catch us doing our maybe entertaining stuff on our own streams in our own time.
For all your hot Arthur speedrun content, come follow me. I'm just kidding. But we do promise there's lots more coming. I think Saren posted a document in the Discord server, which you should definitely join, about all of the tournaments he wants to run on an annual basis, this being one of them. And I'm sure we would have the Open coming up in just a couple of months. For those of you who want to give this game a try, the Open is open to everybody.
Yeah, there's a qualifier part that happens to this, which did happen. And, if you include that part of this league, it makes this league go on for so long. So
I think if you count everybody who got a bye, everybody who was in either the Open or the qualifier for the Open, there have been 78 players total that have played Cool Cat Gang Mario Odyssey in this season.
It's very true, and I would say, this season it almost feels like, if you add together all those tournaments, it's been going on since November of last year. So it's been a while. But definitely something to look into. And may I suggest, instead of the bracket that we had, maybe do some Swiss rounds.
Swiss rounds would be fun. I am a fan of Swiss brackets, especially if we get more players into it, because I think the Open was 32 players. If we combine the Open and
the thing with Swiss rounds is it needs to be a lot of players for it to work well, and I feel with the Open format that we have, it ends up being a good idea, and that's why I'm suggesting it. But it also would require a lot of hands on deck, because it ends up being a lot more matches that way. So maybe we don't stream all of the Swiss round matches, That might
we go for like
that might be the sacrifice that you'd have to do, is like essentially do Swiss rounds so that everyone can play more matches against everybody, but at the sacrifice of not all the matches would be streamed because there'd be so many of them.
I guess you could put them on YouTube. We do have a YouTube channel. Go follow our YouTube channel. Nice Sarbama there by EEEK. Great Sarbama there by EEEK. You know, Cool Cat Gang 2 coming soon, I'm sure.
Yeah. Let's work on having one stream partner at a time, you know?
Yeah. I think Speed Gaming's on what, like 9 now?
12.
Oh my god.
You forgot about the language streams that they have. So yeah, they have Speed Gaming 1 through 8. 6 of those are partnered. And then
I was kidding. I thought it was only the 6.
They have 1 through 6 are all partnered streams. 7 and 8 aren't partnered yet. And then they have 4 language streams. So yeah. And all 4 of them have, and all 4 of those language streams are partnered. And then they have secondary language streams for all of those 4 languages. And those aren't partnered yet. So yes, there are 10 that are partnered that they have, which is ridiculous. So yeah, you were kidding, but no, they got 16 channels. Or 14 channels.
No conference stream.
Yeah,
we've gotten to that portion of the program, everybody.
Yeah, we're just talking about like the behind-the-scenes stuff of like of how we're considering these things.
This is like the equivalent of like, oh, I'm sorry, Sarah, and I have to make a sports ball ref. This is the equivalent of like late in games when it's like 5 minutes to go. The announcers start thanking like all of the people in the truck.
Birdless gonna be messed up from LightRon.
Wow, great recovery.
Yeah, fantastic backup. But yeah, that was messed up. We're still talking about the tournament. Like, we're still talking about the race. Like,
yes.
we're good enough at that where we can do both. But I have seen it being a factor where, like, the further apart the 2 races are, the further off the rails the commentators get. It's just a factor.
That's true of any sport with commentary. EEEK finishing up his Mecha Brutal, gonna be heading on to Moon here. Still a shot at a 58. Coming into this kingdom, his BPT was ahead of his best time of the league. He would like to get an exclamation point heading into his match with Tyrone next week, barring, I don't know, his console shutting off.
I mean, yeah, having the potential to get a better time than
Taxi!
Yeah, getting a better time than what Tyrone's opponent had earlier. So it's definitely like, you know, showing that EEEK definitely deserves to face Tyrone in the finals. I will also say that LightRon, this won't be the last we see of LightRon. There is a bronze match.
That's true.
So
it's very true. He'll be playing Buster Doggy in that bronze match. All of that to be determined. I think we're hoping to get that all on the same day, but we are not scheduled yet. I've just been saying next week.
Next week.
Yeah, I would assume it's next week. That's why I've been saying next week. We do not have a date and time.
Yeah.
There's no graphic that's gonna pop up.
Yep, the only ticker going on is the one on the bottom, which shows the races that are scheduled for today, which was the one before this and the one right now. Everything else is just talking about how you can volunteer.
Yeah.
For,
unless
to be part of this, which is great because we need more commentators, we need more restreamers. So.
Unless you want to see me and Troy race and me finish in like 5 hours and put it on webcam, this is going to be the last race of the day. Actually, what's Saren's PB in this game?
Saren's
I do not think it is an option.
Damn it.
One of these.
I believe Saren's at like somewhere in the 1-1x range, which is where I am.
Oh, nice.
So, but I also haven't played in forever, so.
Yeah, I have still been putting off the pick up the game to learn it that I was supposed to do 3 months ago.
Yeah, I know.
But now that we're actually going to have an Odyssey off season, maybe I will have an excuse to.
Mm-hmm.
EEK going for one wall, I think.
Yep, gets one wall jump.
He did have a little bit of trouble getting on the Sphinx's head, but that will, I believe, count as a 1-for-1. In the tricks department. LightRon just now getting to his Mecha Brutal fight, whereas EEK is going to be fighting his Bowser as we see another taxi go by. That's always very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm like a squirrel. I just get so excited when I see taxi.
It's almost like the video's on a loop.
Well, yes. I know it comes every 25 seconds, but...
Well, I didn't. I didn't realize you've been watching the timer and taking note of each taxi passing by it and what time the timer says at the point.
It's funny, last night in a Mario Golf stream, the streamer and I spent like 2 hours trying to figure out in Ring Attack what prompts the announcer to say, like, which prompt, because there's like a couple of different things he can say when you hit it through the ring, and this is Toadstool Tour, and eventually we determined that it's supposed to be in order, but sometimes it's off, so it's assigned by the ring.
Oh, so something I've learned about AC is they love cycles, which is not something that most speedrunners love, so...
I do have a math degree. It does scratch that wrinkle of my brain that I like.
So, yeah. AC likes to measure how long cycles take and probably how long auto-scrollers take as well, then.
EEK into the escape sequence. LightRon just about to get on the Odyssey here. For what it's worth, EEK playing within half a minute of his PB here still. He's actually improved his PB by 11 seconds since Night Metro, which is quite impressive. I cannot imagine we're going to see any funny business here from EEK.
I mean, that's what...
Oh, we are going to see some fun... No.
Nope! Oh, wow, the jabait! Completely baited us with that. Did 2 jumps into 2DSS and then immediately turns around. Well played.
At this point, EEK well ahead, 3:48, heading out of Bowser. LightRon lost another minute in luncheon because... Oh, wait a minute. He was...
Yeah. EEK would have to die, I would think, 3 times in escape sequence.
Oh, it's not... It's not aligned. Because I'm like, wait a minute, he wasn't behind by 2 minutes out of snow, but it's 1 row too high.
It's because one of them... Well, also, I think it's because one of them isn't using the plugin, so... Matt says it's manually updating. But
yeah, he lost another minute 20 in luncheon, courtesy of 2 deaths. Just so unfortunate that this is how LightRon's tournament is going to end. Although, he's going to have redemption in the 3rd place match. EEK, though, with a higher calling, he is going to the finals to try to take down the #1 player in the world into the wire with one of his best times of the tournament. Did lose a little bit in noon, but a 58-53, playing at an extremely high level. EEK showing us why he has dominated the recent weeks, and he is going to the final. Congratulations to EEK.
But I would say I would say don't stop watching, yeah, because we got LightRon finishing this out, and then we'll also have talking to both of these players afterwards. So.
Yeah, we'll see what these players are all about. EEEK finishing 38 seconds faster than his victory over Jambo.
Yeah,
and that 53 would have been within half a second of Buster Doggy beating Dansta a week ago.
Mm-hmm. This is what I feel like is very important to show of why EEEK deserves to get to the finals. Like, whereas LightRon got here due to an upset, and totally deserves to be here as well. I don't want to discredit that. EEEK has been consistent this whole season, and consistent in the bracket stage as well. So, definitely showing that they deserve to make it into the finals. There may have been people in this tournament who had better seeding, who had better PBs than EEEK, but EEEK was probably the one who had a good PB and a good consistency, which is very much needed to make it this far.
I mean, if you look at his average time, it's 59:38, which is within a minute of his best time. So he has been extremely consistent, very few major mistakes. And for what it's worth, he came in as the number 6 seed. So starting things off, he had to be 6th best PB out of 12. And he is finding himself in the final 2. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong, was EEEK in the Open? Did EEEK qualify through the Open? Or was he a auto advance?
I'd have to look back. That's start of the season talk right there, and I wouldn't remember.
Okay, EEEK was an auto advance. Okay. That said, LightRon was not, and we did see Buster Doggy also advance through the Open, so, because I think it was Tyrone, Nick, Dansta, and EEEK that were the 4. Jambo and Buster Doggy vaulted them in PB since then. So we've seen a lot of players really improving over their performances even a year ago. One last chance to get our cat jams in here today. Oh, a duck jam. Saren has allowed another emote at this juncture, so we're going to duck jam.
As I make a very quick stat thing I figured out just now, because I know how to manipulate Google Sheets. So yeah, I made a quick one on the secret page that stats that people who have access to the stats sheet and editing can do. Nice. But yeah, I'll talk about that just after LightRon gets this here. Managing to finish it out, getting a 102.53.52. But yeah, of looking at like differences between the league averages versus league best, Tyrone is the best with that, having 36 seconds. Only 36 seconds from their best. And then after that comes Buster Doggy, Dansta, Strabos, and then EEEK.
Oh, a lot of consistency in this league, then.
Yeah. But, I mean, those are all very close, by the way. It goes, like, Buster Doggy with 45 seconds away from their best. And then Dansta, 47, Strabos 49, and then EEEK 50. So, if you notice, all those players were very good and ended up getting into the bracket stage as well. So yeah, definitely.
Buster Doggy, of course, was in the Final 4 earlier today.
Mm-hmm. As kept, something we've kept talking about. One of the very important things to go far in a tournament like this is consistency.
US versus Canada battle between TyRon and EEEK. Obviously, we have Buster Doggy and LightRon. That's going to be a fantastic match. Looking up, that was the... Is that correct? Am I looking at this right?
I don't know.
Yeah, LightRon beat Buster Doggy by less than 10 seconds in their league match. So that is going to be a phenomenal bronze match. Make sure you tune into that. As we are joined by both players, EEEK and LightRon. GG's to you both.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
I guess we'll start with LightRon. Things just kind of fell apart in the Seaside Kingdom there. What happened?
I just buffered the ground pound when I captured the fish for doing the fish clip, and yeah, it went bad. I didn't know how to back it up properly, and I totally forgot I didn't get the moon before things through. So yeah, that was something. That was my bad. And it's really unfortunate because apart Wooded in early game, I had a pretty decent run between Cloud and Snow. Every split were good or decent. But yeah, since Seaside, it kind of fell apart, unfortunately. But yeah, it's the second time I'm racing EEEK in this league, and it's the second time on his side he beats my PB, and on my side I get a 102, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at your stats now. You were ahead of your PB between Lake and Metro. So definitely the early mid game was really on. Actually, I'm sorry, between Wooded and Snow. So you're absolutely right. You were definitely on a really good pace there, and things just kind of started to fall apart. I think we established in chat that the notes was the better backup. I think just with the Story Moon cutscene,
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't thought about it. It was a bit far, and I was like, oh my god, what should I do? And yeah, I was really lost because I'm not running any other categories than 80%, so yeah, I don't have the knowledge and to do backups like that when I'm missing a mood.
Right.
Yeah.
Over to EEEK, playing within 5 seconds of your best time in the league so far. Looked like you were really on point this entire race. How do you feel about your performance?
I mean, I'm pretty happy. This is like a decent time. I practiced a lot. Like, I've done a lot of no resets in the past few days, so I'm happy to see that it like paid off and I was able to get a decent time. Like, there's still mistakes, but overall for a race, I'm definitely very happy with this. Though I don't think I could get away with getting a time like this against TyRon. Like, if I want to beat him, I'll probably have to like PB or something. So we'll see.
I mean, TyRon is certainly a menace in that category, and you're gonna have to face him 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
So you might have to get lucky twice. But I did just notice you lost 26 seconds in Wooded. After Wooded, you played within 1 second of your PB for the rest of the race.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Actually, the PB, whatever's on my sheet, that's actually my old PB, because last night I got a PB by 0.1 seconds.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Technically an old PB. Thank you.
As we see the standings here, TyRon will be facing EEEK in the gold medal match. The bronze medal match will have Buster Doggy and LightRon. LightRon, an extremely close race the last time you two played. Are you expecting another similarly close race?
I don't think so. Our last race, there was only 1 second that split us, but yeah. Buster got recently 57, which is way too good, and I'm gonna have to beat him twice, so it's gonna be really hard. I don't expect myself. I don't expect myself to play well. It's only one for the one match. Okay.
Bronze match is best of 1, yeah. Only the finals is best of 3.
Okay, so maybe, but I'm not too confident.
Anything
I'm
you
gonna
want
try my
to work
best,
on, Gwendon?
as always.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna try my best, like I always try to do in the races.
Is there anything you want to work on going into that match?
The consistency. Like I'm doing the same strat like I'm always do since the beginning of the league. So I'm still trying to work on that. If that didn't work in the race, I'm gonna try to fix it and don't mess up with it on the next race. Like for Seaside, I'm gonna play safe for next fish clip. But it should be good.
Over to EEK, looking at your tricks, you go for most of the big ones. DSS really the only place I can see that you haven't gone for this season. Is there anything you want to add to try to take down Tyrone, or are you just gonna go for your tried and true strats?
No, probably not. I'll just do what I normally do and hope he messes up and hope I play well. I think that's the best that I can do.
Fair enough. Well, Troy, I don't want to shut you out here if you have any questions for these runners.
Yeah, I've talked about this before. I'm not very good at thinking of questions, so the only question I got is the typical closing question.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but great job to both of you. Good luck in bronze and in the finals. So yeah, should be a fun one.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, that is going to wrap up our day here at Cool Cat Gang. I'm sure we'll be rating somebody in a moment, so make sure you stick around for that. You do get channel points for rating, I should mention, and that'll help your gambling addiction here. Troy, thank you for commentating with me. And,
of course, it was fun.
And make sure you stay tuned to the Cool Cat Gang Twitter and Discords for updates on when our finals will be taking place, as well as upcoming tournaments. There is lots more coming up, I promise. So make sure you tune in for the finale coming soon. And until then, we will see you around here on the Cool Cat Gang.